What's up, guys? Steve here with Soul Lifts. Today I'm going to show you a really easy recipe for some no-bake blueberry cheesecake high in protein. So we're going to start with 250 grams of ricotta cheese. Any brand of ricotta cheese will do. I'll throw the macros up on the screen for that. I'm going to use two of these small containers of blueberry yogurt. These are 90 gram containers, I believe. Each one of them about 100 calories, so I put two of them in. It doesn't need to be blueberry. You can use whatever flavor of yogurt you like, but I'm going to throw some frozen blueberries into this recipe, so I'm using some blueberry yogurt. A second container here. Scoop that in. Don't want to waste that, so I'll try and dig around at the bottom for a little bit more. Again, this recipe is a great rest day recipe. It's fairly low in carbs, high in protein, also unfortunately high in fat, but usually the good fats. I'm going to take some muscle milk, vanilla flavored whey protein. I'm going to start by throwing in 2 scoops. I just want to make sure I want to get the consistency right before I add anything else. And again, like I mentioned in other videos, I find this Cytosports muscle milk, while being a bit high in fat and carbs compared to some other leading brands, does taste better, certainly better for cooking. So that's some frozen blueberries, and I'm eyeballing it here. I'm going to say that's about 100 grams. It's probably less than 100 grams, but I'll put macros up for 100 grams. And zap those back in the freezer. And I'm using this Kirkland brand 0-calorie sweetener. Splenda will work fine. I grabbed a few packages here. I think I'm throwing in about 4 packages of the 0-calorie sweetener. And I had an extra package left over. So I figured, why not? I'll just throw that in as well. So 5 packages of 0-calorie sweetener. Now this is wedge cheese, this Bonjura or Laughing Cow type cheese. You can use cream cheese. I like this. It gives it a nice taste. For me, I don't know if this is called Gruyere or not. Anyways, this processed cheese spread that comes in the triangle-shaped wedges. You can find it in most stores. I'll throw a couple of those in at about 50 extra calories a pop. You don't have to add them in if you don't want to, if you want to keep the calorie and fat content low. I'm starting out with a whisk here, although it does tend to stick into the center here, so it's kind of hard to get the clumps out of the middle. I just want to get that nice and blended up first, and then I'll switch over to a spoon. Your consistency should be thick. I mean, as you can see here, it should be a nice thick consistency throughout the mixture. Not so thick that you can't spoon it into a bowl, which is what we're going to do when we're done with it, but certainly nice thick, certainly thicker than oatmeal kind of consistency. Give that a good whip. I'm going to add another scoop of the whey protein in here. Since my mixture is not too thick. Another scoop will add another 16 grams of protein into it. And keep going on that mixture. And at this point, that's pretty much it. Those are all the ingredients. It's really just the 6 ingredients. Only 5 of them have any caloric content whatsoever. I'm finding this a bit sticky, so I'm going to switch over to a spoon to finish up the mixing. Just get that scraped off the side, make sure there's no clumps of protein in there. And it should have that generally same consistency as when you make casein protein floss. which is something I'll do in another video. Once you've got the mixture all done, all you need is a bowl. I mean, you can use Tupperware containers or whatever, something flat bottom. Scoop it in. This recipe makes about 3 servings. I'm making 1 larger serving here, and I'll make 2 smaller servings after. So I'm filling this bowl about half up. Squish it all down, make it all pretty. I'll grab a couple of smaller bowls here. I'll split the rest of the mixture into a couple of smaller bowls. And again, this is no bake cheesecake. Now, technically, you can eat it right now if you like. It's certainly safe to eat, although I prefer throwing mine in the freezer overnight and then taking it out the next day, letting it thaw a little bit, and then having at her. We'll scoop the rest of it into this last bowl here. And you want to cover your bowls up with some saran wrap. Unfortunately for me, this is the end of the roll with the saran wrap that I have. So I think I only get maybe a 20 centimeter piece of it out. I'll head out to the store and get some more saran wrap. Just zap it on top, and that's it. I'll throw up all the macro information in the video description. Until next time, guys, as always, keep growing.